nothing. And then it says other financial movements. Very vague. Other financial movements. There are a lot of financial movements. In the stock exchange, in the trade and commerce of people. So, what are these financial movements? And they say that are disproportionate to respondents' lawful income and not fully reflected in their salary. Which salary? 2022? 2023? 24? 25? No statement here. It's a general blanket statement. These are not recital of facts. So therefore, paragraph 76 does not support Article 5. So once again, there is absolutely no, that's only insufficient, nothing.
Magandang araw o gabi sa inyong lahat. Dito sa video na ito, ako ay naguguluhan na. Ano ba talaga ang problema ng mga buhaya na ito? Sa SALN ni BP Sara Duterte. Ayon sa interview ni Karen Davila kay Isabel Zamora, ang violation sa SALN is undisclosure. Tapos kung babalikan natin ang hearing nila noong nakaraan buwan sa Committee of Justice, ang violation sa SALN ay questionable increase from 18 million to 88 million. Parang inuumbay na naman tayo makakabayan ng mga payaso na ito. Ako'y nagtatanong lang. Panoorin muna ninyo itong walang katapusan na palabas ng mga payasong ito.
The SALN is interesting because I firmly believe each and every public official must explain how their SALN has changed while in office.
Yes.
Pero ang tanong, pagdating ng SALN sa inyo, kasi ang SALN in itself na tumaas is not a crime.
Yes,
In itself,
sure.
diba? In
Yes.
itself. O tumaas ang SALN ko, hindi criminal yon. The
Yes.
crime is determined if you are unable to prove
Correct.
that, diba, legal ang pagtaas ng SALN. Oo.
Correct. It's
So
expected
pagdating
to
ng
increase.
SALN doon, pero pagdating ng SALN doon, how far can the House go when clearly the camp of the Vice President for sure will not explain it in the House?
Okay, so what we will do with that is, well, we subpoenaed SALN, I think based on the
SALN.
motion of Kong Ridon, and
Oo.
that was approved. And I guess it will be used to show certain allegations in the complaint regarding the SALN violation or the non-disclosure in the SALN.
What do you mean non-disclosure? When you have a SALN and it's increased, that's disclosure. I mean, I just want you to clarify. It's the
Yes.
explanation. It's not the non-disclosure. If it's in the SALN, then it's disclosed. What the
Yes.
Vice President needs to do is explain.
What was alleged in the complaint, in the two complaints, was a non-disclosure of many assets, many figures, I believe. And again, I know that this is the beef of the respondent in saying that it was not properly identified, or there was no ultimate facts.
Teka lang. Diyan sinabi ni Ridon sa issue ng SALN ni BP Sara Duterte. Walang ganyan ata sa sinabi ni Ridon. Wala ata siyang sinabi na non-disclosure. Ang sagot ni Ridon sa recital of ultimate facts is questionable increase sa SALN. Wala siya sinabing non-disclosure violation noong. Sinabi ni Rufus, there is no recital of facts. Rewind tayo makababayan.
Article 5, which says zero recital of facts on unexplained wealth, SALN violation, back records, and financial forensics by going to the statement of facts. And that's just right, that we can cite that. However, what does paragraph 76 state? Are these recital of facts? I will read, Madam Chair, and it is for all of us to determine whether this is a recital of ultimate facts constituting the offense. It says here, public records and investigative leads indicate existence of bank accounts. What are these public records? What are these investigative leads? You know, Madam Chair, you can see here, the fourth impeachment complaint is really a big volume of annexes. There is no annex on this particular, what are the public records? Nothing. See? What are the investigative leads? There has to be statements. You cannot just say, for example, that there is draft and corruption without also stating the ultimate facts constituting that. You cannot just say, malversation. You cannot do that. There has to be a statement of facts. Now, you say public records. What are these public records? To give us an indication that there's a crime has been committed, that a impeachable offense has been committed. Nothing. And then it says other financial movements. Very vague. Other financial movements. There are a lot of financial movements. In the stock exchange, in the trade and commerce of people. So, what are these financial movements? And they say that are disproportionate to respondents' senators' lawful income and not fully reflected in their salary. Which salary? 2022? 2023? 24? 25? No statement here. It's a general blanket statement. These are not recital of facts. So therefore, paragraph 76 does not support Article 5. So once again, there is absolutely that's only insufficient, nothing, no substance in Article 4. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair. 24, released by the Office of the Ombudsman, net worth of the Vice President is, can you put it a bit further, please? Up.
Down, please.
88,512,370.22. So we are submitting it for the record because these are public records which our colleague had actually asked for. And if we will base it from the original SALN at 2008 to the 2024 SALN, Madam Chair, it is an increase of more than, I think, 1,200%. So we leave it to the Justice Committee as to whether or not we would consider it.
There was an increase of 10
As a-
million pesos, Madam Chair,
Sorry?
from 77 million to
No, the original
88.
SALN at 2008.
How
Which
much
was
is the 2008 SALN?
18 million.
1.8. Is it 1.8 or 80?
1.8.
It's 1.8 million. Do you have a copy of the SALN also of 2008?
We will locate it, Madam Chair.
So, we're stating for the record, it was being
Ridon, you are telling me that the recital of facts that you guys voted on, a sufficiency in substance, is based on, we will still locate it. Makababayan, onsihan na po ito. Diyos ko Lord, ginagawa tayong tanga. Ang dahilan ni Ridon ay questionableng pagtataas ng SALN from 2008. Aba, isa't kalahating dekada na yan. Makababayan, ginamit ni Ridon ang issue sa SALN para sabihin may recital of ultimate facts na nagsasabing tumaas ang SALN ni BP Sara. Pero noong tinanong ni Karen Davila si Isabel Zamora, nag-iba yung sagot. Noong ginagawa ko yung video na ito, ang pinaka-purpose ko lang ay pag-compare lang ng SALN ni Martin Romualdez at ni BP Sara. Habang nare-review ko yung mga video clips, napansin ko nag-iba yung dahilan na yun ng recital of facts. Ayon kay Isabel Zamora, ang issue sa SALN ay hindi isinama sa SALN yung bank account at negosyo ni BP Sara. Ang basihan naman ni Ridon ay ang 2008 SALN na hindi niya mahanap-hanap. Diyos ko po. Bumoto sila na sufficiency in substance sa SALN na hindi mahanap. My God! Ginagawa talaga tayong mga tanga. Ang pinakagusto kong ibahagi sa inyo sa video na ito ay ang hindi ko matanggap kung bakit atat na atat nilang habulin ang SALN ni BP Sara. Pero napakaliit lang ito na increase kung kumpara sa SALN ni Bobong Marcos at Martin Romualdez. Kapirangot lang yung kay BP Sara. At reasonable naman ang pagtaas kasi lawyer si BP Sara at asawa niya. May law firm sila, Carpio and Duterte Law Firm. Nakakalimutan atan nyo na ang tatay ni Sara Duterte ay isang abogado din ng San Beda College of Law noong 1972. Si Rodrigo Duterte ay isang lawyer at malamang marami na yang naipon na pera at kliyente. Ayon kay Topacio, ito ang mga salin kada taon ni BP Sara Duterte, Bongbong Marcos, at Martin Romualdez, at special mention si Boying Remula. Di ko na i-play ng buo itong video kay Attorney Topacio, malamang napanood na po ninyo ito. At sa mga hindi nakapanood, pwede po kayo pumunta sa channel ni Attorney Topacio para panoorin ng buo. Ang pinakapunto ko lang ay kung bakit yung malalaking pagtataas ng SAL-NI. Nagbulag-bulagan ang Committee of Justice na parang barya lang ang tinaas. Makababayan ang laki ng agwat. Bilyon na po kay Marcos at Romualdez, pati na rin kay Boying. Pero ayaw nilang gamitin yun same standard na ginamit nila sa impeach kay Sara. Unggoy-anggoyan talaga ang impeachment. Kahit saan mo pa siya tingnan. Makababayan, salamat po sa panahon nyo. Paki-subscribe na lang po kung nagustuhan nyo yung munting video ko. At sa mga nag-subscribe po, maraming salamat po. Please like and share na rin. Mahaba-haba pa ang 2028. Marami pang bayaran ni Bangag ang sisira sa popularity ng Duterte. At hindi ako papayag.
Sa isang taon. At yung 2023, yung last available na SALN niya, ang kanyang net worth na ay 1.157 billion. Naging bilyonaryo po habang Pangulo si Pangulong Marcos.
For what we believe in, undeterred by the fear of failing or losing. Indeed, courage knows no limits. Cowardice does.